people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Sanjana and today I'm here with another clientele makeup tutorial. This look I created on the beautiful model Yuna is my take on a Valentine's Day inspired look featuring a lot of pink tones, a graphic liner and a lot of shimmer. On top of that, a few of you on Instagram had requested that I create more looks on Asian eyelids, so I reached out to Yuna, who was more than happy to jump on board to be involved with this Valentine's Day glam that I created on her. That being said, if you want to see how I achieved this beautiful sultry glam I created, then just keep on watching. Jumping straight into skincare, I went in with the Glow Recipes Pineapple Serum and I just applied that all over her face and neck just to kind of prepare her skin for the makeup. I honestly love this product so much for skincare, just in general, like before makeup and even like during a nighttime routine. Like it just leaves the skin feeling so hydrated and glowy, and I feel like my skin looks so good the next day whenever I use the serum. So I highly recommend adding it into your skincare routine if you have one. But yeah. Now for brows, I decided I would do a bit of brow laminating for Yuna. I went in with the BeautyBay, yes, BeautyBay Brush Up Brows Brow Soap, and I just applied a bit of setting mist to the actual product, and then with a spoolie I collected some products and I tried to brush that through Yuna's eyebrows. I just brushed upwards and then kind of just flattened it with the end of the brush, of the spoolie I should say, just to kind of flatten it down. I wasn't really a fan of this product specifically. I feel like it didn't laminate the way that I'm used to with other products, so I don't know how I feel about this product. Maybe it was my technique, I still need to like figure it out, but I feel like this look would have looked the same without laminating it, so yeah, but it was worth a try. Once the brows dried, which is very crucial before moving on to the next step, I went in with my Cosmetics Ultimate Brow Palette, and I used the dark cream shade just to kind of fill in Yuna's brows, and then I set that down with the powder shade in that palette, the dark one. Yeah, and I just kind of shaped and filled in her brows to make it look a lot more defined and crisp. Also, just a quick disclaimer, I should have said it in the beginning. If I'm talking weirdly, I apologize. I just had all 4 of my wisdom teeth removed and I am currently in pain, so talking is a bit of a struggle right now, but we're pushing through. We're really pushing through. So now we're just going to go and use the Louise Base in the shade 0 and a little bit of shade number 5, and I'm just going to use a flat synthetic brush and apply that to clean up underneath Yuna's eyebrows, as well as to apply all over her lid to create a clear canvas for when we apply eyeshadows. I'm also just going to further blend that out more seamlessly with a beauty sponge. Alright, so for this look I'm actually featuring the BeautyBay New Romantic eyeshadow palette. I felt like the name was very fitting for the season that we're currently in, so I had to use it. But I started off by going in with the shade Saddle and I just applied that to the outer corner of the eye, just kind of packed it on to create a bit of intensity to the look first. I then went in with a like a flat but fluffy shader brush, and I went into the shade Smoothie and just applied that to the edges of that previous shade just to kind of blend it out. And I'm also slightly winging it out to create, I guess, a cat eye kind of effect. Now with a precise blending brush, I went into the shade Birthday and I'm just further blending out that crease, just diffusing it out a bit more, making it look nice and seamless and airbrushed as possible. And then I'm just going back into those dark shades, so Saddle and a bit of Smoothie, and I'm just kind of like adding a bit more intensity if I feel like it does, and then I blend it out a bit more with Birthday, and I just keep doing that back and forth until I reach my desired intensity for this look. Okay, so for eyeliner, I'm going in with the Inglot Gel Liner in the shade 77. It's just their black gel liner, and I'm just applying that with an angled brush. I start off with the wing and kind of just pushing that brush down towards her lash line to create a bit of a shape. I also tell Yuna to look down so I can see where the eyeliner is being placed and to ensure that it's not being hidden by her eyelid. And then yeah, from there from the end of the wing, I also end up creating a line just above her crease to create a bit of a I guess a double liner effect in a sense. And then yeah, hopefully you can see how I'm doing the eyeliner. I am pretty bad at explaining this process, but I don't know, hopefully it's a little bit more self-explanatory by watching the video. I'm sorry guys. I then went in with the shade Queen from that palette, and I just applied that just I guess in between of that gel liner onto Yuna's lid. And then I also added a bit of Penny to the inner corners just to kind of brighten up the look a bit more. It's just a shimmer. I love it. I don't know, I feel like this kind of took the look to the next level. I'm also just going back into the shade Saddle, and I'm just applying that just in like towards the outer corner just to kind of smoke out the look a bit more and create a bit of a gradient from the shimmers to the outer corner. Alright, we're going to take a break from the eyes and we're going to move on to the face. I'm just getting some moisturizer on a cotton pad, and I'm just using that to clean up any fallout underneath her eyes. And then I'm going to prep the skin with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. And then for foundation, I'm going to use the Revolution Makeup foundation stick in the shade F4, and I'm just going to apply that all over Yuna's face and blend that out with a beauty sponge. Using the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Dark 42, and I apply that to the back of my hand, and then with a brush I'm kind of just buffing that into the hollows of her cheekbones as well as her temples and her jawline. To conceal, I'm going in with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair 6, and I'm just going to apply that underneath her eyes, on her T-zone area, so the middle of her forehead, down the bridge of her nose, and a little bit on her chin. And I'm only using a little bit of this product because a little bit does go such a long way, as well as the fact that I feel like the foundation that I used is already a little bit light, so I didn't want to go overboard with the highlighting part. setting that concealer with the Colourpop No Filter Loose Setting Powder. It's just the translucent one, and I'm just doing a little bit of a baking situation underneath the eyes, as well as cleaning up underneath that cream contour and making it a little bit more sharp and defined. Yeah. To set the cream contour, I'm going into the BH Cosmetic Studio Pro Shade and Define Contour Palette, and I'm just using the lightest to the second lightest contour shades in that palette, and I'm just setting everywhere that I cream contoured. I'm also going to slightly contour Yuna's nose. I'm just dipping into that light contour powder with a flat fluffy brush, and I'm just going to apply that to, I guess, the outer parts of her bridge and slowly bring that up towards her eye socket. And then with some translucent setting powder, I'm just cleaning up the edges of that nose contour, like as you can hopefully see in the video. Coming back to the eyes, I'm using the Inglot Gel Liner in the shade 77, and I'm just going to apply that to her waterline, and I'm just mostly focusing that on the outer parts of the waterline. I don't want to bring that too far in. And then I'm going to set that down with the shade Ink, as well as blending that down further to her lower lash with the shade Saddle. I'm then going to further blend that lower lash with the shade Smoothie, just on a flat fluffy brush. And I'm just going to blend and diffuse that out before going in with mascara. I used the Makiage Icon Mascara in the shade Black, and I just coated her top and bottom lashes with that. Alright, so now we're applying falsies. For Asian eyelids or monolids, I didn't want to apply full strip lashes, only because firstly it'd probably be very uncomfortable for Yuna to wear, but also it is quite difficult to apply. It's not impossible, but it is difficult. For Asian eyelids, I would recommend that you probably wear either individual lashes or maybe even accent lashes where you only put it on the outer edges. For Yuna, I actually used just like the edges of a lash that I had previously trimmed. I believe I used the Shimmer Bazaar lash in the style Lahore Luxe. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself on the screen, but I just applied the edges that I trimmed to her outer corner, and then I filled up the remaining part of her lash line with some ModelRock individual lashes, just the short size, just to kind of ensure that the volume of her entire lash just matches the outer corner. I hope that makes sense. And then jumping into blush, I used the Australis Strawberries and Dreams scented blush in the shade Peaches and Cream. I just applied that to her cheekbones and then oh my god, and then I remembered that there was still some bake underneath the eyes that I just quickly wiped off before going into highlight. I used the e.l.f. baked highlighter. Why? I can't speak today. I blame it on my wisdom teeth. But yeah, I just went in with this e.l.f. highlighter in the shade White Gold, I believe. And I just applied that to her temples, not her temples, her cheekbones, the bridge of her nose and the tip of her nose, and then in her inner corners. Also, the setting mist that I used was the Colourpop Pretty Fresh setting mist. We are almost done, you guys. For lips, I went in with this Colourpop lippy pencil in the shade Good and Plenty, and I just lined Yuna's lip with that, and then I ended up filling it in completely because the shade was quite nice. However, I did feel like this color was a little bit too pink and I wanted to neutralize it a little bit, so I went in with this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. Yes, and I just applied that all over her lips. And I just feel like it just created such a beautiful color. A look is never complete without a bit of body shimmer, so I went in with the Soul Body Glow Oil in the shade Champagne, as well as the Shimmering Dry Oil in the shade Platinum, and I just applied that with the brush to Yuna's arms, and that is it, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this beautiful flirty Valentine's Day glam that I created on Yuna. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and also give me any recommendations for what you want to see next in the future. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Yeah.